Welcome to the wild coast of South Africa, a rugged and unspoiled stretch of coastline along the Eastern Cape known for its dramatic cliffs, secluded beaches, and rich cultural heritage. Its untouched beauty and unique cultural experiences make it a captivating destination for those seeking a truly authentic South African adventure. On a remote, untamed stretch of this coastline lies Gwe Gwe Beach Lodge, a 5,000-hectare private property inside the Mkombati Nature Reserve. It's raw and wildly beautiful, and if you've ever dreamt of waking up to nothing but crashing waves, endless coastline, and the call of the wild, then keep watching. You're about to discover one of South Africa's last true coastal secrets and the perfect place for a digital detox. Good morning. I cannot even believe that we have woken up in this little gem of a place. I think it goes down as one of our top 3 stays of all time, and it's probably because of this room. We'll give you a room tour later. It's unbelievable. We already arrived here yesterday afternoon after quite a big travel day. We flew from Cape Town to Durban. We then got into our beautiful rental car, and then we had about a 6-hour drive through the rolling hills of the Eastern Cape. It was so beautiful. What an adventure though. We were driving through the villages, the Xhosa and the Pondo villages. We saw the little rondavels. There were sheep, there were goats, there were horses and people waving. It was such a beautiful drive and experience. You do need to be quite a good driver though, so if you're not comfortable driving yourself to Gwe Gwe, no worries. There are other alternatives. Most guests fly in from either Durban or Margate via a small plane or helicopter. You can also get picked up and shuttled from the airport, or if the conditions are right, you can jump on a 75-minute boat ride from Margate and potentially see whales and dolphins on your way in. The drive was beautiful though, and totally worth it because this is a true hidden gem. When we got here, we were welcomed in the most beautiful traditional way with the ladies singing for us. Oh. Guys, it was so beautiful, it nearly made me cry. And we came here, we got some welcome drinks, champagne, and then we were shown around this property. And then in the evening, we were treated with a bride dinner. It was proper South African food made by this incredible chef.
Tonight, we are having the different variety of all our local meals from the Pondoland. We are having umkabe. It's the mixture of the pumpkin and maize meal. Can you say umka? Umka.
Yeah.
Your click is
Her
getting
click is
there.
so strong,
Now
it's crazy.
Now that you've managed to pronounce it, you're going to have it. And then we are having imboiki there. It's the Xhosa name of calling that. It's speckled beans and sam.
And what is for dessert?
And for dessert, we are having the num-num. Num-num are the little fruits that grows around the coastline of Pondoland. So like back in the days, all our great-grandfathers, they used to hike in there and come in to fish in our beautiful ocean. So when they are hungry and they don't have their matches to start up a fire and fry fish, they used to take those num-nums and nibble on them. They're having like a sour type of flavor, and when you eat it, it's like it sticks your mouth together to keep it shush. What we have then now tonight that you guys will be having, it's the num-num cheesecake. Num-num. It's num-num. And then tomorrow you guys will be tasting starters. I will make sure that we will be having all our local meals during your stay each and every day.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
What is your name?
My name is Sanele. Sanele. Chef Sanele.
So why come to Gwe Gwe? Well, here you don't just visit nature, you live in it. You wake to the sound of waves instead of traffic. You walk barefoot on beaches without another soul in sight. You trade Wi-Fi bars for shooting stars and the rush of notifications for the roar of the ocean. It's a rare chance to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with the things that truly matter. Okay, so we just got home from chilling on the beach and doing a bit of supping on this beautiful lagoon with the sounds of nature around us. The birds are unbelievable here. You actually feel like you're in a jungle. But we just got back to our unit and look what we have in the ocean now. Dolphins!
This trip was organized by our awesome travel agency Viatu, who create good trips for good people. They specialize in tailored African adventures designed sustainably by carefully choosing partners like Gwe Gwe, a natural selection property that puts conservation first. Gwe Gwe itself is off the beaten path in the Eastern Cape, a little slice of untouched paradise. It's relatively close to Durban, but also easy to add on to a bigger trip. For example, you might start in Cape Town, spend a few days following one of Viatu's trip templates, wine, food, mountains, beaches, then hop over to Durban side for warm waters and authentic South African culture. The best part is that Viatu's travel experts help you plan from scratch, no matter your time frame or budget. We've already done 3 trips with them, and each one has been unforgettable. 2 weeks in Namibia, a week on South Africa's garden route, and now this 10-day Wild Coast and KwaZulu-Natal bush to beach adventure. If you're looking to visit Africa anytime soon, check the links in our description.
There is a ton to do on this property. We've got so much to show you, but first we need breakfast and coffee.
We've made it to our favorite room, the breakfast dinner hall with incredible views, and the decor in this room is literal house goals. Claire is absolutely obsessed. Not sure how we made it here first. It's only like 8:30, but we're the first to breakfast, which never happens.
The staff here encourage you to have a slow morning, to take it easy, don't rush, enjoy the scenery and your room, have a coffee, and then come at your own time. Breakfast finishes at 10, which is fantastic. We aren't really morning people, so I'm surprised we're the first ones here.
For breakfast, we basically have everything your heart desires, from breads and muffins and fruits and cold overnight oats. And then there's some yogurts and smoothies, and they even have a ginger shot, so we're definitely going to have one of those. And then behind me over here, the ladies are cooking up a storm with the hot stuff. We got eggs on the go, some sausages, and I've ordered an omelette with basically everything in it. Thank you, ladies. Very excited for breakfast. Hey,
I'm starving. Welcome to our villa here at Gwe Gwe. We thought we'd start this room tour at the best part, honestly. Here on the patio with this incredible private plunge pool overlooking the ocean, and then this cute little netted seating area here with pillows, little Kindle, coffee in the morning. What a vibe. But come inside, it's actually even more beautiful inside. I honestly think that this room is within our top 3 rooms of all time, and it's not only because of the incredible decor. First of all, we've got blues everywhere, we've got woods and whites, but we have, most importantly, African art through the baskets, through the weaving. It's just so stunning. The wood, the ceiling is honestly so beautiful. But anyway, we've got this massive big king-size bed. We've got a fireplace over here that we actually have used, and this wonderful sitting area. At the back of the bed here, we've got all you need, from coffees, a tea collection, some snacks, some glasses for wine, and then just next to that we've got a little outdoor patio area, which admittedly we haven't actually used because of course, you've got the front patio with the ocean views. We've got a wonderful closet area. Excuse the mess, this is all of our junk here. And then we've got the toilet over here, separated from the shower. And I love this map of the whole entire area on the wall. Welcome to the most incredible bathroom ever. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's the massive windows. We have got windows everywhere and ocean views. We've got mirrors reflecting the ocean views as well. And then this gorgeous bathtub. And there's dolphins right now. Oh my days, look at those. Can you see them?
Yeah, there they are.
Guys, honestly. And then let's end this tour off with not one, but 2 showers. We've got the indoor one. And we've got the outdoor one. I honestly think they did such a good job with the design of this place because they've made sure that with every experience that you have in this room, you've always got the views. Shower, view. Bath, view. Bed, view. Sitting out there, view. Swimming pool, views. So this is the Wild Coast, and what do you do on the Wild Coast? Well, you just get young and wild and free in nature. We're on our way to our first activity, waterfalls. This reserve is at the heart of one of the planet's 36 biodiversity hotspots, and on the way to the waterfalls, our guides Matt and Jade introduced us to some of the diverse plants found here. They also shared some of the fascinating ways local communities have used these plants for medicinal purposes throughout the centuries.
When we say medicinal, it's not, oh, this one we used to treat colds and flu, and this one, it's for a cough or whatever. It's more to do with like magical charms and things. So
Okay.
it's very different. So like with this one, I know they actually cut a chunk of that bulb off, and they'll actually thread it onto like a bit of twine or something, and hang it around a baby's neck as like a protective charm, especially against lightning. That's like a big one here in Ponderland, and then you get these massive lightning storms, and there's a lot of different plant species that they'll make a bit of a concoction of, and then actually pour this concoction around their house as a protective. So it's very different to the way we think about medicinal use.
There's 2 ways of actually getting out here to the waterfall. You can walk straight from the lodge. It's about a 40-minute relaxing walk. It's not too steep or treacherous or difficult. Or you can just drive a little bit and then do a short walk. And we've come to the most epic river here near the lodge, and apparently one of the best waterfalls in the whole Wild Coast area. So very excited to check this out.
So welcome to the Umkombati River. This is pretty much the heart and soul of the reserve, cutting straight through. We're bordered by 2 major rivers, but this is bang in the middle. So we are at Horseshoe Falls. As we step a bit closer, you'll see the reveal of how that horseshoe shape comes to life in a big drop below here. So you get a lekker view from that. This is their horseshoe shape. Massive drop, epic forest all around.
Just come to one of 3 waterfalls, and we're having a little coffee break here. It's absolutely stunning. Honestly guys, there's jungle everywhere around us, butterflies flying, and honestly we haven't explored many waterfalls in South Africa, in our own country, so this is very special.
As we're entering this forest, I just want you guys to all take a moment and kind of ask permission. This is our little archway entering the forest. We're all barefoot, we're coming in, and I want you guys to actively breathe a little bit deeper, kind of respect the trees, go past knowing that everything here is communicating with each other as they've done for tens of thousands of years. But the real idea is just relax, watching where you're stepping, admiring the beauty of the flowers as we're going through. And this is our little entry, a bit of a pun intended there. And as we exit, we're going to give a bit of thanks as we come out of this forest. It's very special spots to come through.
Very cool. Isn't that stunning? So we've chosen to take our shoes off and be barefoot because it is so important to ground yourself and be one with nature. And apparently all the mycelium in the ground is connected to all the trees and all nature. Scientifically, guys, not arty-farty. And all the trees are aware that we're here on the other side of the forest just because of all the fungus and all the microbes and bacteria in the ground. Isn't it epic? So we are completely connected to this ecosystem right now by being barefoot.
Background, you know, you've got the sound of the waterfall, the tweeting of the birds. Oh, it's just incredible. Listen to that.
We've come here to just next to the waterfall and we found a cave that has so much evidence of Bushmen living here. We've got shells from oysters, we've got all different types of shells and seafoods up here. We've got pieces of pottery and even some tools and knife-looking objects. It's so fantastic. This would have been an amazing place for the Bushmen to live because they've got the shelter under the cave, fresh water over here, the trees, and yeah, the ocean's right over here for all of their food.
And just adding to, you know, the Bushmen finding and eating and foraging for the shells. In the bedtime story last night they were telling us about how the introduction of the shellfish and eating fish for the omega-3s and all the amazing nutrients in the fish and the mussels led to the cognitive development and advancement of the early humans in this area. Crazy to see how they would go and forage for those shells and then bring them back to this cave and enjoy them in nature. Isn't it insane to imagine like how many thousands of people have been sitting here over hundreds of thousands of years doing exactly what you're doing right now?
Children have sat there doing that, adults, everyone literally drunk this stream of water. Such
Beautiful.
a cool thing to consider.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
So appreciate it.
Beautiful.
How's this for a lunch spot?
This is fantastic. Little coves, little rock pools, waterfall, tropical jungle behind us. I love it here.
Alright, this is the second waterfall, and the best thing to do here is to jump into a pothole, which I've heard is 6 meters deep, but it should fit me inside it. So we're going to give it a go. Apparently the water's very cold, but the sun's coming in and out, so I think now's the time. Let's go! Highly recommend. It's so fresh.
I'm too much of a scaredy cat to do that.
We spent the rest of the afternoon doing exactly what you come to the Wild Coast for, to be young, wild and free in an untouched paradise. We explored more caves and waterfalls and even got to meet Billy, the resident African mottled eel. He was a little scary though, so we gave the cliff jump a skip.
We just had the most perfect afternoon and evening after exploring this reserve for about 6 hours. We were waterfalling, caving, looking at plants and animals, and it was just so fantastic. And then a big fat storm just rolled in all of a sudden and came pouring down on us, but luckily we were in our beautiful suite. I ran myself a hot bubble bath and the ocean was going crazy in the back. It was so beautiful. One of my favorite bath experiences ever. And then Retty,
I tried to light a fire, but it never actually kept going. And then I read a bit of my Kindle and just took it easy and had a bit of a snooze.
Yeah.
But now it's time for another divine dinner.
yes, so excited. Listen to the sounds of nature after the storm. We've just gotten to dinner and it turns out it's a private dinner for two in my most favorite room of this entire place. There is the giant driftwood art wall over there. The decor is absolutely stunning. We feel like we're in an ocean mansion. It is so lush, and they have started a fire for us to keep us warm in here. It's raining. It's so cozy. When we first got here yesterday, we actually had a braai and everyone dined together, and that's because some guests were actually leaving. They do a braai night generally on your last night. By the way, a braai is a barbecue, but tonight we have a 3-course meal, private meal together. It's super romantic. We actually love that they change up your dining experience and move you around the lodge. The food here, guys, oh my days. For starters, we had a butternut and a tomato soup, and then for mains, I've got a beef fillet with potatoes and veg and butternut puree, and Rhett went with a fish and rice, coconutty rice. This steak is one of the best steaks I've ever had. I'm using a butter knife to cut it, and it is just slicing through this. It is so tender and so delicious with a peppercorn sauce on top. I just had to vlog about it because it's phenomenal. That is wild. Good morning. We have woken up to some dolphins in the bay here. Well, not in the bay, but in the distance. We have got birds dive bombing, and I think I've seen 1 or 2 whales popping out as well, way in the distance. So Retty's flying his drone this morning. We are actually right at the end of the famous sardine run. I think it happens between the 15th of June and the 15th of July. So we just missed the end of it. But we have a feeling there's a bunch of sardine here in the bay, and that's why all the animals are around feeding this morning. We are probably going to do a marine walk this morning, I think, with our guide Matt. He's going to show us all the little creatures that live along the wild coast here. And hopefully we can see them in the distance as well today. We really want to focus on marine life. So 2 weeks ago, some of the guests staying here at Gwe Gwe actually got to see the sardine run. They took a boat out and they dove with humpback whales. It was phenomenal. We'll show some of the footage on the screen now because the guide Matt flew his drone. They saw a literal baby whale that had only just been born. They saw a whale placenta. It's absolutely nuts. The Wild Coast has some incredible ocean life. Whales, dolphins, fish, all sorts of stuff. Sharks, although no dangerous sharks aside. And the best part about the Wild Coast is that it is on the east coast of South Africa, where the water is so much warmer than it is on the west coast. It doesn't freeze you to death when you get in here. Durban is known to be more humid, more tropical and warmer than the other side, so it is a fantastic holiday destination. We as Joburgers used to come here all the time. The humidity is insane in summer. It's literally like Bali and Thailand and places like that. That's how humid and hot and tropical it is. But right now we're in the winter, so it's a little chilly today. I just saw a whale jump out of the ocean for the first time in my life. It was unbelievable. Rhett's so upset. He's like, where is it? I can't find it on the drone. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, people. It's time for the lodge tour. This Gwe Gwe is utterly beautiful. I know we always say that we're obsessed with the decor of a place, but this truly is mine and Rhett's favorite kind of decor. It's oceany, it's beach villa vibes, but also very African inspired. So we come into the entrance here. We've got incredible knitted artwork here. It's so stunning. And then we have the guest bathroom over there. And then we've got a beautiful sitting area, and my favorite, as you enter, this gorgeous driftwood art kind of wall. It's just so stunning, and it's got the little rondavels. As we were driving through the village, you saw the rondavels in real life. There they are on this wall. So beautiful. Oh, this lounge area is utterly magnificent. Look at this decor. We've got multiple sitting areas. We've got fireplaces over there. We've got constant views of the ocean. We've also got sitting areas all over the decks. And then come here. This is pretty cool. I think this bar is so stunning. Look at that. It's actually inspired by like a shipwreck, and these bulbs are actually from a real life ship. How insane. Look at the nets. There's multiple drinks actually included. This is a full board stay, but if you want some of the fancier ones on the top there, then you can purchase those separately. But all your meals are included in your stay and your drinks as well. Another incredibly special part is the fire kind of boma area. Unfortunately, it's raining, so they don't have the chairs out now. But often for sunset, you'll have some sundowners here with the group, and a fire will be there. There are plenty more areas to eat dinner and lunch or have a drink, as we mentioned. More places to sit, and there's even a wood fire pizza oven over there. Let me show you the wine cellar as well. And just like with the bar, this wine cellar has the exclusive wines on the top 2 shelves, and then all the other ones are included in your stay. Welcome to my favorite room. This is where we get fed for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then, of course, the ocean views once again. And because this is the wild coast, it's very wild out there, the monkeys come to visit us, and they're very cute actually. They're very naughty, but it's fun to actually see the wildlife around here and be in the comfort of such a gorgeous room. Honestly, and the food here is just so magnificent, very African inspired and cooked by the locals themselves, so you know that African food is just gonna be on point. It's lunchtime, the best time of the day. Yeah. We've got a tomato soup for starters and a potato soup, and this potato soup is literally so phenomenal. There's nothing better than a hot bowl of soup on a chilly day, I'm telling you, with an ocean view. I think I'm feeling euphoric or something crazy. And then for mains, we're having fish and salad. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is it fish from here?
Yeah.
Is it?
It was catched like yesterday. It was catched.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, lekker! Thank you.
Pleasure. I may enjoy.
Alright, so we are done with lunch, and now we are going to learn a little bit about what is found in this area. We went on a short little walk this morning, got to see some very interesting creatures out there in the intertidal zone, and the biggest thing we saw was an octopus who was in a bit of a defensive stance, all curled up, so he didn't have his tentacles out. Usually if you put something in the water, they'll come and reach out to sea because they're very curious animals. We're going to learn a lot more now on the TV. We're going to have a bit of a show. Well, that presentation was absolutely enlightening. We learned so much about the sardine run, and to just see the feast that those dolphins and whales and birds were having. Insane to see. Time to have a quick massage and relax, because what else can you do in weather like this besides relax around the lodge, have a massage, eat, and just enjoy, unwind, disconnect. The Wi-Fi is not the best, and that's probably all for good reason.
Digital detox. Vibes could not be more immaculate after that amazing spa treatment with the sounds of nature, no music allowed, which we absolutely loved. We had the fireplace going, you could hear the sounds of the beach. She did aromatherapy, it was so lovely. And now we are having dinner, South African food, a beef curry with samp, and then a bobotie, which is our national dish here in South Africa. We've got the drinks flowing because we're celebrating the fact that tonight is our last night. And it's quite devastating, to be honest. It is time to leave this beautiful hidden gem along the wild coast. Gwe Gwe was honestly so good for my soul. I haven't had anxiety for the last 3 days. I haven't been stressed. We've barely been on our phones. We have just been in nature. The sounds of the ocean, the views, the constant, just, I don't know, peace that you feel here is so something that you don't get very often. So do come and book your trip to Gwe Gwe if that's what you're looking for, to be in the middle of nowhere, super isolated, to see the stars, no air or noise pollution, just one with nature.
And in the words of Ron McKenzie, a guest we met here, Gwe Gwe is that place where you can have that 1,000 thread count on your pillows, but also get your feet and whole body muddy out and get wild and free. Very, very unique. Beautiful.